Right before your biggest blessing, life can feel like it's falling apart. Have you ever noticed that? Everything seems to shift all at once. Relationships change, doors close, and you wonder if you've done something wrong. But what if that chaos isn't the end? What if it's actually confirmation that God is preparing you for something greater? Today, we're going to look at 5 powerful signs that God is preparing you for something big. And as you listen, ask yourself, which of these signs am I seeing in my life right now? 1. Pressure before promotion. When God is about to elevate you, pressure increases. You may feel squeezed from every side, stress in your finances, misunderstandings in relationships, emotional heaviness that doesn't seem to let up. But here's the truth. Pressure is not punishment. It's preparation. Think of Joseph in the Bible. God gave him dreams of greatness, but before he ever saw the palace, he endured betrayal from his brothers, slavery in Egypt, and even years in prison. What seemed like setbacks were actually setups. Each painful season positioned him closer to the promise. Romans 8 verse 28 tells us, "And we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love him, who have been called according to his purpose." So, if your life feels unstable right now, don't panic. You're not breaking down, you're breaking through. Pressure precedes promotion. And if you feel pressed, it's because you're being prepared for something greater. 2. God makes room by removing. Before God adds to your life, he often subtracts. This can be one of the hardest parts of preparation. Friendships fade, opportunities vanish, plans fall apart without warning. And in the moment, it hurts deeply. But remember what Jesus said in John 15 verse 2. "Every branch in me that does not bear fruit, he takes away, and every branch that does bear fruit, he prunes, so that it may bear more fruit." Pruning isn't punishment. It's proof that you're fruitful. God removes what no longer serves your future, so you can step into what he has for you. Think about Abraham. God told him to leave his homeland, his relatives, and everything familiar. Why? Because not everyone could go where God was taking him. Sometimes God has to shrink your circle before he expands your influence. That relationship that ended, that job that slipped away, that door that slammed shut, it wasn't rejection, it was redirection. God is clearing space for something sacred. 3. The holy stirring. Another sign is an inner stirring that you can't ignore. You start feeling restless in places you once felt comfortable. Conversations that once interested you now feel empty. Old habits weigh you down instead of bringing joy. This isn't boredom, it's a holy disturbance. Isaiah 43 verse 19 declares, "Behold, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs forth. Do you not perceive it?" Before God shifts your situation, he stirs your spirit. It's like he wakes up your soul before he changes your circumstances. That inner restlessness is heaven's whisper. Get ready. Something new is coming. Have you felt it? That sense that God is pulling you out of the old and preparing you for the new? Don't ignore it. That's not anxiety. That's alignment. 4. Unusual favor finds you. Here's another powerful sign. Doors begin to open that you never knocked on. People you don't even know start speaking your name in places of influence. Opportunities show up out of nowhere, and they're exactly what you've been praying for. That's not coincidence. That's God's favor. Proverbs 3 verses 5 to 6 reminds us, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to him, and he will make your path straight." When God is about to bless you, you don't have to force it. You don't have to manipulate or strive. Suddenly, things just align. The natural begins to line up with the supernatural. Think of Esther. She was a Jewish orphan raised by her cousin, yet somehow she was chosen to be queen. She didn't campaign for it. She didn't beg for it. God's favor placed her exactly where she needed to be at exactly the right time for his purpose. So when opportunities begin to align effortlessly, don't second-guess it. Don't chalk it up to luck. Recognize it for what it is, God's hand making a way for you. 5. Attacks intensify before acceleration. Here's the final sign. The moment you start walking into your destiny, the attacks increase. You're doing everything right, yet suddenly everything feels wrong. Unexpected conflict shows up. Temptation you thought you'd overcome comes back stronger. Spiritual heaviness presses down. Why? Because the enemy doesn't fight what isn't a threat. If you're under attack, it's because you're close to breakthrough. Ephesians 6 verse 12 reminds us, "We wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual forces of evil in the heavenly realms." The resistance you're facing is real, but so is your anointing. This is the enemy's last attempt to derail you before the blessing arrives. And often, the hardest battles come right before the greatest victories. Think of Jesus. Before the resurrection came the cross. Before the crown came the suffering. If you feel attacked, know this: you're too close to stop now. Hold your ground. Stay faithful. This is the final stretch. So what are the signs that God is preparing you for something big? The pressure that refines you. The pruning that makes room for new growth. The stirring that awakens your spirit. The favor that opens unexpected doors. The battles that remind you of your calling. All of these are signs that God is not just preparing the blessing, He's preparing you. So here's my challenge to you. Don't run from the process. Don't despise the pressure. Don't fear the pruning. Instead, lift your hands and say, "God, prepare me." Because when your blessing arrives, you'll realize that every moment of pain, pressure, and pruning was worth it. And if this message spoke to your heart, don't scroll past. Take a moment, pray, reflect, and stay ready. Your breakthrough may be closer than you think. If you found this story eye-opening, make sure to subscribe and join me every day as we uncover more hidden mysteries and powerful truths from the Bible. Here's a sneak peek at more of our content.